Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruise Chatter. Eddie Lewis Studios here, just to give you a quick update of some news that I just got on Carnival Cruise Lines is cracking down on mobility scooters, and I really need to know what it is since I'm handicapped. I do not have a scooter myself, but there's some times where I need to have one because my ability to walk most of the times I need to sit down and rest or use a scooter. So I do have a walker that I use with me, but sometimes mobility is also needed. So and Carnival Cruise Lines line has begun sending emails to guests about the mobility scooter policy and what size scooters are permitted in their ships now. I don't know how good this is going to be, so let's find out. Carnival Cruise Lines has begun reaching out to guests booked in accessible cabins to alert them to mobility scooters policies on board, noting that the assistive vehicles must be stored inside the stateroom and might not be stored in corridors or public areas. While the policy has been in place for some time, enforcement is becoming more stringent, and guests with larger scooters and that cannot be accommodated in the booked stateroom will be denied boarding for their cruise. That's not a ouch. That's gonna hurt a few. Carnival Cruise Lines amping up enforcement on scooter policy. An email sent to select passengers based on the stateroom they booked is bringing greater visibility to its mobility scooter policy and is required if guests travel with a scooter. For example, for an upcoming sailing aboard the extra class Mardi Gras, the emails outlines options for guests with respect to scooters. Some guests will occasionally book larger accessible cabins due to other accessibility needs, wheelchairs, knee scooters, cane, etc., or simply because the rooms are generally more spacious. At times, travelers might be unaware that the staterooms they selected is an accessible room. Yes, we've been in that deal before. If guests are not traveling with a scooter, the email does not apply and they might disregard the notice. Otherwise, the guidelines in the email outline what is necessary to accommodate a scooter. Guests with scooters are being given several options to use a collapsible scooter that will fit comfortably in the stateroom, to travel without a scooter if they are able to change their ship or sailing date in order to reserve a stateroom that will accommodate the scooter, or to cancel their cruise for a full refund. The email goes on to note several guidelines regarding scooters on board. I don't know about all these things, so it should be noted that if multiple guests in the same stateroom use scooters, a fully accessible stateroom with a wider doorway must be booked, or guests will need to rent a smaller scooter. Wow. Carnival line brand ambassador John Hill has also recently addressed the issue of scooters on board, noting that enforcement both on board and during cruise check-in is being strictly followed. Oversized scooters not allowed to board. Special attention will be given to scooter size at check-in on embarkation day to ensure they meet the appropriate size measurements for safe storage in a guest stateroom. He'll confirm that guests might be turned away at the embarkation if they do not have an appropriate size scooter. That's not gonna be good, I'm telling you. Carnival Cruise Lines is trying to make it easier for travelers to rent smaller scooters at the embarkation or necessary, if necessary. There might be something going on cooking in here. We will offer guests a chance to rent a newly mobility scooter from Scootaround, our preferred vendor, who will have collapsible scooters available at the pier for guests to rent at their cost if needed. Okay, now I'm beginning to see a bigger picture here. While the refund would likely cover not only the cruise fare but prepaid purchases for onboard amenities, Wi-Fi and drink packages, short tours, spa treatments, specialty dining, etc. There is no indication that the cruise line would provide any compensation for airfare changes, fees, or other travel arrangements if guests are not able to set sail. Again, this is not going to be a good deal for Carnival. Has not offered an explanation about why the sudden increase in enforcement of the mobility scooter policy, frequent cruise travelers have noted a dramatic increase of how many scooters are seen on board all types of sailings. When scooters are parked improperly in corridors or other public spaces, they are blocking potential emergency evacuation routes and can cause difficulties for other travelers to move around the ship. Furthermore, crew members who have to move carts or other equipment might not be able to maneuver around parked scooters. Similarly, other scooters users might not be able to move around any parked mobility scooters. No details have been given about any potential penalties or repercussions for guests on board who do not leave scooters parked in corridors. Who do leave the scooter parked in corridors? What are your thoughts on mobility scooters on board a cruise ship? I don't know. I'm telling you right now. Yes, it is. It is a safety way to look at it. Blocking corridors and halls where you need to be back and forth. Yet I don't see the reason to be living on a scooter out on a corridor or a hall. It should be in your cabin anyway. Anybody could take your scooter away, put it someplace else, just to be sarcastically about it. So to save that, just make sure that you do bring it inside. My walker is foldable. I'm able to bring it in. I do have a power wheelchair, electric wheelchair, that it falls in the middle and it will fit in any cabin, even in a stateroom that's just for me and Alice. I usually try to get an accessible room everywhere I go, but if it's not available, it is okay. I'm still able to get an interior cabin and I'm comfortable. The thing is that I need the walker to walk away from the cabin, not inside the cabin. Inside the cabin, I'm fine without it. It just my mobility is a little slow. So, but to stop you from cruising and then to force you to rent from scooter around, I don't know. Things, like I said, things might be a little difficult at the beginning, but we'll see what happens. If you have any comments, please do leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about this, and see what happens next time. So until I further find more information about all this, we'll check it out again and bring it back to you. Okay, everybody, enjoy your day. Stay out of trouble. I don't have any money for bail. Talk to you soon. Bye.